Hey, good morning, guys. It's been a while, and I just wanted to check in and kind of more so to hold myself accountable from the point that I'm at right now and how I got here and where to go from here. So it is, I don't even know what day it is. Let me look at my watch. Sunday, March 14th, 2021. So it is a beautiful day today. I came out here to sit with my puppy dogs and soak up some of this natural, beautiful sunlight because I know the next few days our forecast is going to be cloudy with rain. So we won't have many days like this here the next week. The last 2 weeks I was out of town for a class for work, SSGT instructor, and it was out of town and 8 to 5, so I was inside for those 2 weeks. And by the time class was done, I made my way to the hotel and the sun was going down and I called it a day. So I haven't been very active. I haven't been consistently active since October, November. And I don't know if it's part of schedule changes. My husband changed jobs. I transferred within my department. New schedules for both of us, and I don't know if that was some of it, or maybe, all the quarantine corona stuff kind of caught up, or maybe just hormone regulation and kind of hibernation mode with the winter, cold, dreary days. But anyways, I wound up putting on about 10 pounds. I'm 5 foot even, and I went from around 115, 116 to I've been between 125 and 128. I haven't really gone over 128, thank God, but anything over 120 for me, I feel my body it doesn't feel great. I feel pretty miserable, especially in my clothes. I had to go up a size in my work pants. I can't wear any of my jeans anymore. So I literally wear, elastic waist, pajama bottoms, joggers, or, workout shorts. So not comfortable in my clothes, but I gained the 10 pounds. And that was October, November. And it came on pretty quick. It doesn't take me long to gain weight. So I know between not being consistent with workouts and just physical activity in general and being consistent with my diet, it happened. It was easy, and I'm struggling now to get it off. So this is me being real and honest. I'm honest with myself, but the 10 pounds is here. My endurance is down. I feel like my strength is pretty good. I get a workout in here and there, but nothing like I should. So I'm going to show you a current physique where I sit at. I took pictures yesterday, and then I'm going to take you through a day of eating today. I am going low carb. I know the problem with a keto diet or low carb diet or anything like that is, if you have a cheat meal, I know for me personally, my body loves to hold on to a certain amount of body fat. So right now I probably sit around 20%, give or take. That's based off a scale, so it's not accurate, but I probably sit around 20, 21%. The scale said 19 point something, so 20-ish, right around 20. The lowest I've ever been per the scale was 17%. I really liked my weight there, but it was really hard. I had to do 2 workouts a day pretty much, and it's not necessarily sustainable for the average person. So it is what it is. You got to find something that's maintainable. I know my body likes to be a certain percent body fat, so I really have to fight those hormones and be pretty strict with myself to maintain lower than 19% body fat if I want to do that. And as it's all about consistency and finding something that's sustainable for you. It doesn't have to be low carb. It doesn't have to be keto or HIIT or strength training. Or you just got to find something that you enjoy that you're gonna continue to do, because it's about a healthy lifestyle. It's not about looking necessarily a certain way. It's just about being overall healthier, feeling better, and, you know, my motivation and my drive, it just hadn't been there. And I don't know if it has to do with winter or, you know, work or whatever, but we all have different seasons in our life. You know, we all have different losses to deal with, whether it's the loss of a relationship, the loss of a loved one, the loss of a job. You know, if we're not happy with where we are in life, or, you know, our current endeavors, work, whatever, there's a lot of things that play on your emotions and your stress levels, and that also plays a huge part on where you are mentally, as well as physically, with your weight, and how easily you're able to, you know, lose weight or maintain a certain set weight. But anyways, that's where I'm at. It's a beautiful day. I can't get over how pretty it is. The last probably 3 days have just been amazing. So I'm gonna sit here and just enjoy the sun, and a little baby's playing. And I'll get back with you guys here in just a little bit. Okay, so those pictures I just showed is going to be my current physique, or where I sit at, whatever you want to call it. That's my current body, the way I look right now. I took those photos yesterday morning, and the weight on the scale was 125.8 pounds. So right now, that's not quite the heaviest by the scale I've been recently, but by no means is it where I need to be. So I'm going to show you guys my diet that I'm going to be doing, and the workouts that I'm going to, you know, be consistently doing to get me where I want to be, or back to where I was before these 10 pounds just kind of snuck up on me. It happens from time to time. I don't know what it's about. Like I said, I don't know if it's hormones, or, you know, time of year, or what have you. The first time I actually noticed it was the week I turned 30. So I'll be 35 this year, but the week I turned 30, my diet didn't change, my workouts didn't change, nothing changed. And literally the week of my 30th birthday, I gained 10 pounds out of nowhere. And it actually took me a whole year to get those 10 pounds off. So yes, our hormones do change, and, you know, the 10 pounds that I've currently gained, I know came from not being consistent with my workouts and my diets, and being as active as I should be. For me, being 5 foot even, to follow a standard American diet that's, you know, based on 2,000 calories, high carbs, lowish protein, and moderate fat, is the complete opposite of really how we need to be eating. So, you know, focus on natural foods, whole foods, single ingredient, you know, stuff, and go from there. So, but I'll show you my meals here in a bit. I think I'm about to go put some sunscreen on and get a little bike ride in, just to get outside, get some fresh air. It is allergy season now. Things are blooming. Bees and wasps are buzzing around, but it is what it is. Alabama, you know, you gotta love allergy season. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go enjoy the outdoors for a bit, and then I'm gonna come back and cook something to eat. All right. And I forgot to mention, I was 125.8 yesterday. Today, I actually weighed 126 crap. I gotta look. Okay. 126.4, and it could be for numerous reasons, because I only consumed around 1,600 calories yesterday, and I probably burned around 2,100. So I was in a deficit. But yesterday was the first day I went low carb. So maybe a water retention thing, or, you know, body adjusting, whatever. So I did gain weight, almost, well, not quite a pound. So probably like 0.6 of a pound. But there were some, significant changes yesterday. So yesterday I was active. I went for a bike ride as well as a walk yesterday afternoon, and I haven't been being active. So it could have caused a little inflammation in my body. So that's one thing. The second thing was I did change my diet. So I went low carb, high fat. And then thirdly, it may be TMI, but as a woman, I started my lovely monthly situation yesterday. So also hormone water retention could have a lot to do with it. So we'll be consistent today and see what the scale says tomorrow, because it could go back down. So it is what it is. You can't, put all your faith and hope and, just everything based on the scale, because I do feel like my stomach looked flatter this morning, not as puffy. So the scale sometimes isn't the best, what's the word? Best, not level, but it's not the best thing to gauge your progress or, where you're at, because the scale between water retention and sodium and all that, the scale can be your your biggest nightmare, worst friend, whatever. But I just wanted to let you guys know that, since I am being 100% honest with you, I did in fact gain weight overnight today from where I started yesterday. But like I said, there's a lot of factors that probably came into play with that. So anyways, I'll get back with y'all later. Bumblebee. All right, so I'm outside about to go for a short little bike ride, just nice, easy ride. But right now I've been using this amphipod, kind of fanny pack type deal to hold my phone, because this thing, I got a new phone and it no longer fits my phone. So there's that. I did order a new mount that should hopefully fit my phone on Amazon. That should be here Monday, fingers crossed, since I'm trying to get back to ride my bike. So I'll just put this around my waist, throw it on my back, and it holds my phone for me so I can listen to my music. Right now, Another Life by Motionless in White is on my playlist, and I love that song. So also, never go anywhere unarmed. Yes, it's just a neighborhood, but you never know. So I have my little K-bar here, and it fits perfectly on the elastic waist part of the amphipod here, and I just carry that right here on my abdomen so I can reach it if I need it. Anyways, I'm about to get to this music and this bike ride, and I'll check back in with you guys when I'm ready to eat my first full meal. There's a big one. I don't usually see them that big. All right, so 51 minutes, and that got me, let's see, 10.5 miles. So my goal is to finish this before I quit, but that really wasn't feasible because I wasn't super thirsty on the ride. Although I am gonna finish this right now. And then, as you can see, my K-bar knife right there on my waist. Also, side note, so these are old shoes. They're my grass cutting shoes, as you can see, the green on the tips of them. But for my bike, I just have the little toe box because I'm super clumsy. So I used to ride my bike a lot back when I lived in Prattville and worked second shift when we were on 10s. I used to ride 8 to 10 miles every day before shift. I also did the Tulsa Tough. It was like a 62-mile bike ride. However, in training, I learned that I'm just not graceful enough I'm too dangerous to use the pedals that the cleats click into, because I actually had those initially and I couldn't disengage and I fell attached to the bike. So the bike fell with me. I kind of messed it up a little bit, messed my leg up a little bit. And I just learned that that's something that I cannot use. I don't know if maybe the setting, it was too tight or what, but I really don't care to even attempt to use those. But I got a 10-mile ride in. I think I'm about to finish this, go lace up my tennis shoes and try and get in like a mile. And I say easy mile, but really it's gonna be a hard mile for me because anytime I run, it doesn't matter. My heart rate gets up over 150. And so when you say easy run, you would think your heart rate would stay maybe 135, 145, but every run to me is hard. So I need to work on my conditioning. I really want to love to run, but I hate it so much. So it's like a love-hate thing. I don't know. I'm gonna try and get a mile in. Yes, I just did 10 miles. I'm not conditioned for this right now, but I wanna kind of get a little baseline in to see what I'm working with, where I'm starting from, because my runs here have been sporadic. I haven't been on the bike. This is my first time like truly on I rode yesterday. So when I got on the bike today, my glutes were so sore. My toes went numb around mile 6, but I rode yesterday 8 miles. And then the week before that, the Saturday before that, I think I got around 5 or 8 miles. And then one time before that, I think I did a 10-mile run, bike, I'm sorry. But it's very sporadic and nothing consistent. So this is me at my starting point, trying to be more consistent. I'll probably run Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays just because that's what we do at work. I want to start strength training. I want to start a program tomorrow so I can start being consistent with that. And then I think I want to save either Saturdays or Sundays. I'm not sure which. I guess I'll see. But I want to save those for like a long bike. Just because it's pretty much therapeutic to me. It's not work. I really, really, really enjoy it. So that's where I'm at right now. All right, so just laced up. Gonna go for a mile run and just see how it does. I've got these ons. I think they're the Cloud something. Typically I run in the Noble knit runners just because it's all mesh. It seams and stuff typically hurt my foot, and I can kind of feel this one on this side just a little bit. Not on my left foot, just my right one. So we're gonna get a mile in, see what my time is and how I like these shoes. I mean, overall they feel pretty amazing, except for this one corner spot right here. I can feel it just digging into my feet. So I'm gonna walk down the hill so the run's completely flat. And when I finish that, I'm going to cook some food and update you guys on how horrible the run was. All right. All right, so that was exactly 1 mile. And from the time I hit start to the time I hit stop, it said it was exactly 11 minutes and 1 second. According to my Apple Watch, it says that I averaged a 10-minute and 50-second pace. I will say that it was a pinch faster than that, simply because I stopped twice because my freaking Apple Watch wouldn't track my heart rate in the first 6 minutes. So I stopped twice, trying to readjust the band and swap it around and tighten it and this and that. So from a 10:50 pace, it was probably more like 10:40-ish. Not much different, but I I feel like I'm such a slow runner, and like my strides are short, I'm short. I don't know. I hate running. I want to love it. The only way to get better at something is to continue to do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Last year, around April, May, I think, I got into running a little bit, and then it just got too hot and I kind of stopped. So hopefully, my arm's tired. So hopefully this year I can get this going and maintain it. Right now it's pretty perfect weather. It's not hot, it's not cold. You know, the sun's out, and it's just, you can't beat this weather. Once it gets so humid and hot, and it's just unbearable. I don't care for the heat. I also don't care for the cold. Like I said, this right here is pretty perfect, but it's not gonna stay like this for long here in Alabama. So that was the 1 mile run, and it was about a 10-minute and 50-second pace. So plenty of improvement to be made. I did run the whole thing minus trying to fix my watch strap so my Apple Watch would track my heart rate the whole way through, which it did not. It said that my average heart rate was, dang, I lost it. It said, so for that run, it said my average heart rate was 159, and once it finally caught up, it was at like in the 160s. It reached a high of 169 beats per minute, and to me that was an easy run, and I feel like my heart rate should not be that high on a easy run. So what should be an easy run isn't easy for me, so I'm gonna have to keep running so that it is easy. Now, back when I was in the Coast Guard, I ran 8-minute miles, no problem. There was a peninsula by the pier where my boat docked. It was about a 3-mile loop, and I would run that. I enjoyed it though. Just the scenery was so beautiful, and I always saw a deer or whatever, and just made it worth it. Now, let me run a 12-minute mile, and I can go forever, not stop. I can just shuffle along, no problem. So I want to get back down to a 8-ish minute mile, so let's see how long that takes me, because I don't want to overdo it and burn out, which is definitely one thing I'm good at. So I'm walking back to the house, and I'm going to fix my first meal of the day, so stay tuned. And there's this thing right here. Oh my god, when I was on night shift, that thing would come through. Let's see, what time is it? It's 12:50 right now on a Sunday, and that's it. It used to come through around 1 o'clock every afternoon, and it'd wake me up. So love night shift schedules. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Also, I didn't mention the shoes. So they felt good on the run. I'm a little sore right here, but I don't think it's like gonna be like a issue or pain or blister. So I think I'm gonna keep these bad boys and see if I can't run fast. All right, so I'm in from the run. I got old dragon breath right there. He was outside while I was running, so they didn't destroy the house because they don't like to be left alone. But I'm about to have my first meal of the day, so right here behind me, and I'll show you what it is. But going lower carb. My face looks dirty from my bike ride. But going lower carb and higher fat, I don't have the food cravings, the crazy sugar cravings, and I'm not hungry every 2 hours like I am when I eat more carbs. The fat and protein ratio just is more satiating and keeps you full longer. It stabilizes your hormones and just keeps everything in check. But I'm about to fix some eggs, cheese, sausage, and berries, avocado. This is my first meal of the day. It is 12 o'clock right now. Normally it would be 11 o'clock right now because yesterday was daylight savings time, so we sprung forward an hour. And I'm really not even hungry right now. I just know I need to get some food, fuel, in my body because I rode a bike 10 miles and then I ran a mile. And no, it wasn't like strenuous work or activity, but you know, I've been up since 7 and it's just time to eat. So I'm gonna show you guys this. This is my first meal of the day. So I essentially worked out fasted, at least in sense of a solid food. I had a little bit of green powder, which maybe 20 calories. And then I had 1 tablespoon of heavy cream in my coffee, which 50 calories. So really not, to me, it's not notable enough to really count. I basically focus on food, solid food when it comes to fasting times, fasting windows. Not that I'm exactly fasting or tracking, you know, those windows, but I haven't had any solid food today, and the amount of carbs or whatever that I have had today in fat is just minimal in the form of a drink. So I've had probably under 70 calories so far this morning, and I felt good. I had a ton of energy on the ride and the run. I actually could keep riding, but like I said, I tend to overdo it out the gate, so I need to pace myself and just not do too much too fast too soon. So anyways, time to eat. Eggs with cheese, maple bacon, avocado, 50 grams of strawberries, 50 grams of blueberries, and a Kirkland brand cold brew coffee. So that right there is what's about to go down. That looks good. And also, while we're at it, I will inform you guys that this plate right here is 672 calories. It's 19 grams of carbs, 47 grams of fat, and 40 grams of protein. And I'm not tracking net carbs. I'm just tracking total carbs. So 19 total carbs in this meal right here. Now it's time for some self-care. And this stuff right here, essential rose oil, smells so amazing. And I also have company. Ain't that right? Keep Mama company in her bubble bath. And I am barefoot, so trying to get a little bit of the Earth's electricity, and do a little grounding, maybe a few minutes here and there every day. But I gotta be careful with these buggers because they will stomp your feet. So, but that's what we're doing now. We're getting a little bit more sun before it starts going down, and sitting out here barefoot. Nosy, get that toy. Psst. Get it from Mama. Give it to me. No? How white my feet are. Oh my gosh. Boy, you just make me dizzy. You just make me dizzy. Circles. Ew, girl. She's the worst one about standing on your feet, too. Ain't that right? Another reason I've never really been a fan of the grass is it makes me itch. So I guess I have some sort of grass allergy, which I don't know how you get away from that. But it is what it is. He's so proud of himself. Hey, boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, belly rub? Belly rub? Get it? All right. Belly rub. Wow. Earthing or grounding, whatever you want to call it. Get that bicycle kick. Ay, 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 ay. Got the spot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spoiled rotten right here. So the last meal of the day here is gonna be egg salad with mayonnaise, Wickles, and mustard and white ground pepper. And then for dessert, it's cinnamon flavored pork skins and coconut butter.